Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Let's talk about what's been happening with the Cleveland Browns, especially at the quarterback position, which has been a hot topic all offseason. As you all know, the Browns entered this training camp with high hopes, especially considering their quarterback battle. You've got Kenny Pickett, the veteran, trying to hold down the fort while Joe Flacco, the 40-year-old seasoned veteran, is also in the mix. And then, of course, there's the rookie sensation, Shedeur Sanders, who is supposed to bring some fresh energy and potentially surprise us all with his development. But as often happens in football, things can shift quickly, and right now, the Browns are facing a setback that could have some serious implications for their plans this season. So here's the latest update. Just days after Sanders finally got a real shot to step into the spotlight and show what he's got during team drills, he's now sidelined due to an injury. It's a bit of a blow, not just for Sanders, but for the team and their overall quarterback development plan. The Browns announced on Saturday morning, according to Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com, that Sanders was held out of team drills on Sunday because of arm soreness. Now, that might seem like a minor issue. Arm soreness, after all, is common during training camp. But when you're a rookie trying to earn your spot and prove your worth, every day on the field counts, and setbacks like these can ripple through the entire roster's plans. Let's back up a little and look at how Sanders got to this point. Coming into training camp, Sanders was in a bit of a unique position. With Kenny Pickett sidelined with a hamstring injury, the opportunity was there for him to take some meaningful reps with the first team. But for most of the camp, Sanders was mostly taking limited reps with the backup offense, operating as the fourth-string quarterback behind Flacco, Pickett, and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel. That's not unusual for a rookie, especially a fifth-round pick, but it meant that Sanders didn't really get the chance to showcase his skills in live, competitive situations until recently. And then, when Sanders finally got his shot, he was thrust into the spotlight, running the first-team offense during some practice sessions. He looked good during the walkthroughs and even participated in sprints, trying to show his athleticism and readiness. However, after practice, the Browns decided to be cautious. Sanders was kept out of all team drills and didn't throw any passes. That's a smart move by the coaching staff, protecting the young quarterback from pushing too hard too soon, especially with an injury that could worsen if ignored. It's a common approach in the NFL, especially during training camp when the focus is on building up players' endurance and sharpness without risking setbacks. Now, the fact that Cleveland didn't hold practice on Sunday is another cautious step. It gives Sanders at least 48 hours of rest before the team gets back on the field on Monday. Rest and recovery are crucial, especially for a quarterback's arm, which takes a lot of strain during throwing drills. Meanwhile, Kenny Pickett was also out of practice due to his hamstring, which means that Joe Flacco and Dillon Gabriel took all the reps on Saturday. Flacco, with his experience, continues to be the veteran presence and a reliable backup, while Gabriel, the promising rookie, is also pushing for a spot in the rotation. This situation raises some interesting questions about the Browns' quarterback hierarchy and their plans moving forward. If Sanders is unable to throw without limitations for an extended period, it's likely that he'll drop back down the depth chart, potentially returning to the fourth spot, where he would get fewer reps and less exposure. That's not ideal for a rookie trying to break into the NFL, but it's part of the process. The Browns are in a delicate balancing act, trying to develop their young talent while also managing the health and readiness of their veteran and backup quarterbacks. What makes this situation particularly intriguing is the broader context of the Browns' quarterback room. With Pickett sidelined, the opportunity was there for Sanders to make a statement, to show the coaches and fans that he can handle the pressure and step up when needed. But setbacks like this arm soreness can slow down that momentum. It's worth noting that Sanders was a highly drafted player in the 5th round, and he's got a lot of potential. His arm strength, athletic ability, and football IQ have impressed many scouts, and fans were eager to see him develop during camp. Now, the focus shifts to how quickly he recovers and how the coaching staff manages his workload moving forward. This injury also comes at a critical time for the Browns, who are trying to solidify their quarterback depth chart ahead of the regular season. With Pickett's hamstring injury, they're relying on Flacco to be the steady hand, but everyone knows the future is about developing young talent like Sanders. If he can come back healthy and continue to show progress, it could give Cleveland a much-needed boost down the line. On the other hand, if the injury persists or if Sanders struggles to regain his form, it might mean that his rookie season becomes more of a learning experience rather than a breakout campaign. In the overall picture, the Browns are focused on building a balanced team that can contend in the AFC North, which is arguably one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. You have the Ravens with their dynamic offense, the Steelers always tough and gritty, and the Bengals, who have been a formidable force in recent years. So every little detail matters, especially when it comes to quarterback development. Cleveland has been investing heavily in their quarterback room, trying to find a guy who can lead them to the promised land, and Sanders was seen as a potential piece of that puzzle. But this injury, even if minor in the grand scheme, reminds us how fragile progress can be during training camp. It's a game of inches, of recovery, of patience. And for Browns fans, it's a test of resilience and optimism. They've seen the team come close, and they know that every practice, every rep counts. The coaching staff is being cautious, but everyone's eyes are on Sanders, hoping that he can bounce back quickly and continue his journey toward making an impact. As we look ahead, it's important to remember that training camp is just the beginning. The real test comes in the regular season, where consistency, health, and mental toughness will be key. Sanders' injury might slow him down temporarily, but it's also a learning opportunity, one that could help him develop the resilience needed to succeed at the NFL level. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco's veteran presence remains a stabilizing force, and Kenny Pickett's recovery from his hamstring injury will be closely monitored. The Browns are in a pivotal position, trying to navigate through these challenges and position themselves for a deep playoff run. In conclusion, Browns fans, this situation with Sanders underscores the unpredictable nature of football. One day you're on top of the world, and the next, a minor injury can change the course of your season. But that's what makes this game so exciting: the drama, the resilience, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. The Browns are still in the process of building something special, and while setbacks happen, they also serve as opportunities for growth. Keep the faith, stay optimistic, and remember that every player, every coach, and every fan in Cleveland is united in this journey. The season is just around the corner, and with it comes the chance for redemption, breakthrough performances, and unforgettable moments. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.